لو الحكاية فيها إن فيتو
shipyards and the relevant workshops through the introduction of the latest equipment. Moreover, special attention had been dedicated to the existing floating docks and cranes. As safety of transiting vessels is a top priority for the Suez Canal Authority, the Vessel Traffic Management System was introduced to provide direct contact with transiting ships. New laser-operated cameras had also been added for visual follow-up at night time and during bad visibility conditions. The modernization also included setting up 14 signal stations alongside the canal to visually monitor the vessel in transit. The stations function as data showing centers for shipmasters and Suez Canal Authority pilots by providing them with important information such as weather conditions, tide, and speed of current. Training of the Suez Canal Authority pilots is not an exception as far as modernization is concerned. The Suez Canal Authority established the Maritime Training and Simulation Center, one of the most highly specialized centers in the Middle East, with the purpose of training and upgrading the efficiency of Suez Canal pilots. Keeping in mind the importance of maritime safety and the canal's reputation being one of the safest waterways, the Suez Canal Authority owns a complete salvage system with experienced and highly efficient crews placed on alert at all times to prevent accidents, fight fires, and combat pollution. The Suez Canal Authority, with the aim of attracting fully laden VLCCs to use the canal instead of going around the Cape of Good Hope, has collaborated on a complementary program with the Summit Pipeline Company. Through this program, ships can transit the canal partially loaded after unloading part of their cargo in Summit Pipeline. The program maximizes the oil quantities that are transported across Egypt's territory. Another aspect of modernization is seen in the express transit service, which is rendered to vessels arriving after the time limit. They are allowed to proceed to join the convoy against the payment of an additional fee. Such a service saves time for vessels with time constraints. The Suez Canal, with its long and glorious history, is quite aware of its role towards the Canal Society. Therefore, the authority has been keen to maintain and develop such huge services rendered to the Canal Society. There are 38 ferry boats working all day at 8 locations alongside the canal, with a total capacity of 10 million vehicles per year, carrying people and vehicles for free between the banks of the canal. They facilitate linking Sinai to the mainland and promoting its development. There is also Ahmed Hamdi Tunnel with a length of 5.9 kilometers and a capacity of 1,500 vehicles per hour. Potable water is among the most important services the Suez Canal Authority provides to the canal cities. Since the Egyptian administration took charge in 1956, it has spared no effort to develop and upgrade water treatment plants in the canal cities in order to cover and meet the future requirements of water up to the year 2070. The capacities of the plants reached more than 1 million cubic meters of water per day. Raswa plant is the latest to have been set up by the Suez Canal Authority with a capacity of 133,000 cubic meters per day, bringing up the total capacity of Port Said plants to 400,000 cubic meters per day. The Suez Canal Authority is an integral organization that operates in harmony to facilitate the transit of all vessels. A safe, secure, and smooth transit of a vessel requires cooperation and devotion of the management and all the employees working for the Suez Canal Authority and its affiliated companies. About 10% of world seaborne trade is transported through the Suez Canal, while 54% of the volume of cargo crossing the canal is represented by container ships. Recently, Maersk McKinney Moller, the world's largest container ship, transited the Suez Canal with a length of 400 meters, a beam of 59 meters, and a tonnage of 200,000 tons. With such dimensions, the ship can carry more than 18,000 containers on board. The measures and arrangements taken by the Suez Canal Authority for the transit of that giant ship were unprecedented, proving that such a smooth transit was made within an integrated and harmonized operation. A team of the best and most efficient pilots was selected for the transit of the vessel. In preparation for the transit of this ship, Admiral Mohab Mamish, chairman of the Suez Canal Authority, called for a meeting with key persons at the Suez Canal Authority Transit Department.
هناك إجراءات للاستعداد لاستقبال هذه السفينة ومرورها في قناة السويس، بتبدأ بالتدريب العملي داخل المحاكي المتقدم الذي تمتلكه هيئة قناة السويس، وخلق جميع المواقف الطارئة والتدريب على القيادة والسيطرة على سفينة بمعرفة حضراتكم وتحت إشراف طاقم التدريب الكفء. وأنا توصيتي لكم أن كنتوا سفراء لمصر أثناء عبور هذه السفينة.
By using a mathematical model of the container ship at the Suez Canal Authority Simulation Center, the pilots were able to experience and study a tailor-made scenario for the transit of the ship before it happens in real time. Friday, August 9th, 2013 was the date scheduled for the transit of the ship. Water jets are deployed by tugs to mark the occasion. The pilots moved from the pilot boat and boarded the giant container ship on its maiden trip through the Suez Canal. The ship kept sailing northbound, heading for the Bitter Lakes. In line with protocol, when the ship reached Ismailia, halfway along the canal, Admiral Mamish, the Suez Canal Authority chairman, accompanied by Suez Canal Authority key officials and representatives of the ship owners, got on board to welcome the ship upon making its maiden voyage through the canal and to make sure that everything was in good order. The chairman made a brief tour of the ship. He welcomed the master and the crew of the ship as well as the Suez Canal Authority pilots on board.
النهارده يوم تاريخي في تاريخ قناة السويس. لأول مرة في تاريخ قناة السويس تعبر سفينة في مثل هذا الحجم، أكبر سفينة حاويات في العالم، 18270 حاوية. وأنا بعتبر عبور هذه السفينة رسالة لجميع التوكيلات الملاحية في العالم. أهلا وسهلا بكم قناة السويس، القناة الأم، وستظل إن شاء الله القناة الأم على مدى الدهر بإذن الله تعالى.
The ship continued her voyage through the canal to pass by Ferdinand Railway Bridge, which is 640 meters long. The ship arrived to Kantara to pass under Al Salam Bridge, one of the highest bridges in the world. It goes 70 meters above the canal water level with a length of 4,100 meters. The ship concluded its trip through the canal to reach Port Said in a historic passage of the world's largest container ship, proving efficiency of the canal's administration and ability of the Suez Canal to accommodate the largest ships of the world shipping fleet. Our heartfelt gratitude and due recognition should go to the people of Egypt, who dug the canal with their own hands, the brave people who nationalized the canal and brought its sovereignty back to its owners. Our appreciation also goes to those who brought Egypt's dignity and honor back and reopened the canal for world navigation. And our gratitude is also dedicated to the leaders of the Suez Canal Authority, those great figures who carried the responsibility of running and developing the canal since it was nationalized, to hand it over to us and to the future generations to come.